everybody, I'm Gogito, and I'm bringing you guys another reaction video of the Ultra Vegito Saga. And this will be Gogito finally dies in Year 6. Okay, let me just give a little bit of the recap. You don't need as much. I'm just get a sponsor, and yeah, here we are.
Bears a striking resemblance to the home planet of Beerus.
Yeah.
As the scene moves across, two even more familiar
Killing
females can be
Caulifla.
seen. And they are of course revealed to be the Universe 6 Saiyans, Caulifla and Kale. With Caulifla looking her angry usual self complaining, where the hell are those guys? All that talk about gaining more power than we could ever believe, and this is how it goes? They said we'd start training first thing in the morning. I got up early for this. You know I never do that. To which the nervous Kale just responds, I don't know, sis. Maybe they started without us. We could just train together like we always do, you know. Started without us? This comment, of course, triggering the short-fused lady, and she continues, You mean
they're just
Kappa
wasting a
would
bit of
betray
time.
us and take all the training for himself?
Nah.
He better not, because if I find out, you know he's dead meat, don't you?
How is he dead meat? He's literally stronger than you.
Boys always think they're stronger than us, but we'll put an end to that soon.
Bruh. Jealous much?
Put an end to it? Sis, maybe we should just go home. Never seen you this mad.
They were just wasting time recruiting the king.
No, Kale! But in response, almost proving Kale right instantly, Caulifla raises her voice and fist as she angrily explains, I already told you, Kale, we're not backing down from a fight. The Saiyans on Sadala might not let us go on missions, but in the outside world, we're the strongest Saiyans in the universe. And after we beat those two, we'll be the strongest in history too.
Nah.
We're not losing to them this time.
Nah, that's
right,
cap.
Kale?
That's cap.
Which of course the
Good luck with
supporting
that.
sister
Good
Kale,
luck with that.
who has very little choice, then says back, Okay, sis, whatever you want. No, I'm with you until the very end. But
Hey,
suddenly, just
ain't
as
that
it
the
seemed
truth?
Kale had finally made some progress in calming down Caulifla, 4 pairs of feet then appear on the scene. Immediately, one of them is revealed to be King Sadala himself, who's quick to look around and observe his surroundings until letting out.
Why his eyes doesn't remind me a little bit of Super
So
Saiyan
this
4
is where
for some
you live,
reason.
feline? What a disappointment. I've seen war-torn planets on the brink of explosion. More interesting than this. What kind of god lives somewhere so bland and boring? I want to head back to Sadala already.
It's pretty good for training. I don't have to worry about the environment as much.
Almost done with the situation, Chumpa. Who
If
has
you think
now
about it,
come to
actually.
expect the sharp tongue of
It's
the
pretty good for
king.
training.
Just face palms and response.
But can't blame him for
Well,
thinking that.
King, not all of us are royalty here.
Hey,
But
facts.
besides that, you're not exactly here for sightseeing, are you, Saiyan? You're here for training, if you didn't forget.
Yep.
But interestingly, as Caulifla notices the foursome, she slowly walks over to figure out who the strange taller man is.
Wait, what was that face?
Wait a second. Is that Dad?
What?
Is that you?
That's
What
our
the hell
dad?
are you doing here, old man?
Bruh, I didn't know that. What?
King, seemingly looking puzzled as he squints his eyes and mutters, Dad, who is this unsightly wench claiming familial ties with me? What is she even wear? Huh?
Bruh, I do not even want to look at this. Yeah.
But of course,
Bruh.
it's not long before a big smile emerges on the roll.
This kind of reminds me of King Vegeta in the past.
And continues,
Oh my goodness.
daughter, you're one of the fighters this cat picked? You must be kidding me. What kind of training is this? You can't fight to save your life if I remember correctly. But Caulifla,
Ugh.
embarrassed, just then reveals, Dad, the last time you saw me, or Mom, was when I was a baby.
Bruh.
So yeah, I might have got a little stronger in the meantime, you old bag of bones.
Damn.
To which the king nonchalantly just says, oh yeah, well I guess you do have my blood running through your veins, so you can't be that weak. While Kaba is just awkwardly remaining quiet.
Yeah. Me a little bit.
But an anger seems to resurface on Caulifla's face when she thinks, there's no question about how strong I am. But you, what do you bring to the table, father? You weren't even picked for the tournament of power. Before then practically running over to Champa, getting in his face yelling, what are you playing at, Champa? You said it would just be me, Sis and Kaba. We're the strongest Saiyans in all of Sadala. Why bring my dad when he can't even turn Super Saiyan?
Wait, he can?
Never beat Vegito like this. But Champa, slightly annoyed at the disbelief in his own plans, then turns his back to her and responds, Super Saiyan? Like I even care about that useless form.
Yeah.
You can keep your blonde hair and never bother with it again.
Hey,
You're
true.
going to be training to go far, far beyond that if you want to be catching up to the Saiyans in Universe 7.
Yeah.
And with the king here and his foretold potential, I bet he'll get there even before you three brats. Huh? Leaving Caulifla puzzled even more as she points to her father and queries, potential? Him? Mother used to say he was the laziest man she'd ever met, in more ways than one.
What?
What the hell are you talking about? She said that? Leaving the king to comedically whisper in the background as his own daughter thrashes him. But despite this, Champa with a
roasted.
smile just confidently places his hands on his hips, looking to the
Bruh,
sky and
you do
thinking
confidently.
internally, I can't reveal anything about the ritual to these fools. But little does this Saiyan know, the Oracle fish already told me long ago that King Sadala's true power, once unlocked, would be the one that shocked the multiverse. He is the true next god of destruction to precede me. But it was just too hard to ever get this lazy bum to do anything. Even destroying his home planet wouldn't faze him in the slightest.
Yeah.
But maybe, just maybe, this battle with the God
This man's
Killer
a Chad
will be
that doesn't
just
care.
what will ignite his fire.
Yeah. Seems like
Then
it.
with a sinister
thing
look
like
on his
anyway
face,
as well.
Chomper says out loud finally, listen, I'm the god here, not you, brat. You listen to me. And the king is in whether you like it or not. Now if you want to miss out on becoming more powerful than your wildest dreams, and miss out on beating that Son Goku you're so obsessed with,
Yeah.
then go home. But the rest of us are going to begin training. Fine. Leaving Caulifla with a bratty look as she folds her
Bruh.
arms and looks to the side, noticeably disappointed. But as Caulifla sulks, King Sadala, like her doting father, comes over to grab her shoulder and says, cheer up, kid. You'll enjoy this more than you know. I know I will. Think of it as making up for all the time I missed out on you growing up.
I don't think
Which
she
is
likes
still
the
angered,
idea.
but biting her tongue, Caulifla remains silent, staring back at her so-called father. As the king finally then says, well, silent treatment it is then. But looks like you don't have much choice here regardless, young daughter. He's touching Sis. Who is he?
Didn't you hear
As a
his
confused
her
Care watching
father?
on begins to get
Jesus.
increasingly angry as the legendary Super Saiyan transformation within her begins to awaken rumbling the very planet beneath her.
Damn.
But trying to calm the situation and cut through the tension, with a big but awkward smile, Kappa then interjects.
Ain't that wrong, it was Son Goku.
Okay, now that's all out of the way, how about we get started now?
Yeah.
All this drama can't be good for our teamwork, can it?
Mm-hmm.
Twitch Chomper then smirks and says welcomingly, looking to Vados, excellent idea, Saiyan. Let us begin. Vados, summon the Pyramid of Power.
Mm-hmm.
To which his angel attendant, of course, obliges. As you wish, my lord. Before then summoning her angel staff within her hand, and then tapping the ground itself as if waking it up. And just like that, on the surface of Chomper's planet, the Pyramid of Power we have all come to know by now is summoned right before the Universe 6 warriors. Huh? As the king who has never before seen anything like this questions, you expect all of us to train in this small hut? Huh. My bedroom is larger than this Garfield. But without even a further response from Chomper, the doors to the pyramid finally close, as the warriors begin their training to defeat Vegito. But speaking of the fused Saiyan, the scene then shifts back to the present, and Vegito, having now grabbed some new clothes and eaten, then finds himself in a mysterious new city in Universe 6, as he comments, I've been running about between universes non-stop for a while now.
Yeah.
I won't be able to beat anyone, let alone the Grand Priest, if I don't get some sleep soon. But where? But soon enough, a figure comes into the sight of Vegito. I've been waiting all month for this. It's finally payday. I can't wait to buy my wife that ring she's always wanted. She's going to be over the moon.
Oh.
A young man with blonde hair and a beaming smile can be seen.
Don't
with
tell me what Vegito's
bags
about
of
to do.
money
I think he's about to
literally
do.
dripping from his waist. But this doesn't go unnoticed by Vegito, who instantly begins thinking on how this unsuspecting stranger could be useful, as he thinks, seems like someone is doing well for themselves. If I'm going to find a place to stay, I'm probably going to need to cough up some bread. I can't have the same situation I had in Cedra's universe. The minute any commotion is stirred up, I could be found out. I better go about this in a different way this time. Of course, referring to the time Vegito stole food within the universe of Cedra and immediately caught the attention of the trio The Danger. And just like that, instantly perhaps in a state of overkill, Vegito enters his MUI form. His hair glowing white and his eyes now grey, as his body already begins to move. Yoink! And just like that, in a literal flash, Ultra Vegito moves in and snatches the bags of money off the young man. So fast, the young man hasn't even had time to blink or let out another breath. And in the same nanosecond, Vegito himself returns to where he was previously, standing across from his unknowing robbery victim until... What? My money! No, Laura's going to kill me! As in a look of pure horror, that's not too off the looks Vegito's previous victims had. The young man finally realizes there won't be a wedding happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
Sorry, kid, but right now, I need this a whole lot more than you do.
Yeah.
Besides, you're a little too young to get tied down like that. That's why I never married Bulma.
Bruh.
Why does this always happen to me? Maybe Mom was right. I shouldn't be shouting about my money in public.
Yeah, who does that, dumbass?
Eventually, though, after some time of walking
Even
around,
I don't do that.
Vegito reaches the foot
Nobody
of a large hotel-like
nobody
building.
does that these days, bruh.
Anyone in? He enters confidently, and inside, at the reception, he finds a sweet old lady.
Due to how many years
The unjudging woman then greets him. Hello there, sir. Looking for a room to stay the night, are we? Well, you're in luck. Today's price is only 10 zenny for a single room. How would you like to pay? Card or cash? But instantly, before the aged woman can even finish her sentence, Gogito nonchalantly slams the bags of money he just stole right on the table, easily totaling thousands of zenny, as he says with his eyes closed, I'm not good at counting, lady. How about this? This should be enough, right? Keep the change if there is any. Walking off to his room, leaving the old lady nothing short of gobsmacked, and she just mutters silently, yes, I think that will just about cover it, sir. And as the day moves on to the night, Vegito eventually finds himself in bed tucked in, his hand behind his head, as he looks to the ceiling in deep thought. Introspectively, he thinks on his journey so far and what's left. It's taken a while, but there only remain 6 gods left. I have all the answers I need, and it's a straight shot through all of them from here on out. The only problem is, of the 6 gods I've killed, I've only absorbed the energy of 3 of them, and only 2 of their angels. In the end, to complete my form, and to truly be able to beat those 2, I'll need to go back in time and get the energies of every god I missed. An easy enough task I'll leave to the very end. But I don't know if I will ever be able to take your energy, Whis.
Yeah.
My heart just won't let me after what you did for me. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me in the end. But as his thoughts get deeper and deeper, Vegito just naturally finds himself zoning out as his eyes begin to close. Slowly, but surely, until eventually the legendary god killer is put to deep sleep. But in the dead of night, the door to Vegito's room begins to eerily open with a small creak. And through the door, a set of mysterious but somewhat recognizable boots then enter without barely a sound, as if trained to completely hide their presence. And attached to them, a masked figure that blends into the darkness of the room approaches the completely oblivious Vegito, who continues to sleep away. As the figure looks down at the Saiyan, his face is still obscured without many facial features being displayed, except for 2 piercing crimson red eyes as he whispers,
that's it.
When I first received the assignment, I could hardly believe it. The background info of what you've been doing these last few years truly was unbelievable, even to myself. But a mission is a mission. Whether true or not, you are my target. This is business,
that's here,
not
alright.
personal. I can't even say I see much of you in here, but it matters not anymore. Sleep well, Son Goku. As the mystery figure, who seems a little too familiar with Vegito, then cocks back his fist with true conviction before launching it with serious speed and killer intent straight for the heart of the still sleeping Vegito. One strike, especially while in his base form, and this could truly be the end of our hero. But just in the nick of time, moments before the fist had landed its fatal blow, Vegito's eyes open wide in shock, reacting to something, but not knowing what. What the? Immediately,
Wait,
the
he's
Saiyan
gone.
raises his upper torso from his bed,
Interesting.
still disorientated in expression, as he then turns his head side to side, asking himself, "What was that? Was that a nightmare? I
Nah,
have sworn I felt someone was watching me.
I don't think
Like
it
I was
was.
in danger. But maybe that was just a flashback to Giro."
Nah.
Before eventually, Vegito, sensing no one around him and thus no cause for alarm, seemingly finally relaxes, letting out, "Oh well, must just be this damn old building. Probably haunted by the ghosts of all the gods I've killed."
Really?
4 hours rest, and I'll be ready to leave. See you soon, chumper. And with that said, like turning on a switch, Vegito instantly slams his head back onto his pillow, snoring out loud once again as he sleeps without a care in the world. Over the next 8 hours or so, the night of the sky would then vanish to leave a shining sun in the day. And Vegito, being an early bird, would already be on his way out of the hotel saying, "Thanks for that. I'll be on my way now. Enjoy the money." To which the old lady would bow and reply nervously, "Yes, please come again, sir." And so Vegito would begin walking for a
Well,
while
she was a nice lady.
down a forest path, getting his bearings and thoughts in order before he continues his request for revenge. Until finally, he brings his staff forward and says with a smile, "Alright, that's enough of a warm-up. This damn trail will go on for miles. I think it's about time I paid Fat Beerus a little visit.
Yeah, Fat
He
Beerus.
surely has found some crafty way to get stronger. I can't wait to see what futile attempt he brings to the table."
Yeah, let's see.
Before he then brings
Indeed.
his staff closer towards him and yells into it in classic style, "Staff! Take me to this universe's god of destruction!"
Ooh.
But suddenly,
Ooh.
out of nowhere, a beam which seems to be made of nothing but extremely condensed air pierces through the body of Vegito, with such speed, power, and ferocity that not even Vegito could do anything to avoid it.
Ooh.
What? What was that? My heart. They got me. Soon revealing the attack had even made contact with Vegito's vital organs as he grips his chest in
Damn.
pain. Now grimacing as he struggles to recover, he continues, "I can't move. Chumper must have figured out I'm here. Where is that damn coward? When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna..."
Ooh.
But before Vegito could finish his threats, he is silenced instantly as multiple streams of air, identical to the last, then pierce his body in all directions indiscriminately. Again, from far off, with no sign of any shooter.
Damn.
You cowards. These last shots, though, appear to be the final straws needed to break the camel's back, as Vegito remains almost dead in the face as his lifeless body then slams its knees onto the ground,
Damn.
not saying a word, before falling face first onto the ground before him, his staff beside him, no longer with an owner. In the distance though, the slayer of Vegito is finally then revealed to be the same mysterious cloaked man that had visited the previous
it's
day
his, then I'm
in the
right.
dead of night.
If it's his,
His
I'm
red
right then.
eyes still unflinching, but now in a fighting stance that may be familiar to some of us fans.
Knew it. I
Once
knew
the
it.
figure tosses away his cloak, he is revealed to be none other than the legendary assassin, Hit himself. Looking like he has not aged a day in all these years, but with still the same cold and professional look of a hitman that he is so famously known for. Staring straight over at his now deceased victim, it can only say, "You were lucky to have been blessed with another day. For whatever reason, your instincts could sense I was in your room. But this time, I made sure you would have no way of seeing this coming. Just like last time, Son Goku." With that said, Hit would then begin walking solemnly towards the body of Vegito, eventually reaching the foot of his head before stopping and looking down now like a god of himself. It can only remain silent, making it unclear still whether he even regrets or feels a thing about killing someone who was once considered a friend.
If you want to know what you will look like when you grow old, first, open this app.
But
I
as he
don't
looks
care.
down, only
I don't
business
care
is
about
on his
this.
mind,
Now this
as he thinks,
stupid app.
"There's
Stop
no
doing
way
that.
anyone could have
Jesus.
survived that. No mortal at least. But before I can confirm assassination to the client, I better make sure the job is done. You can never be sure with the likes of Son Goku after all."
True.
Before then crouching down under the sun and placing his 2 fingers on the neck of the face forward saying, for a moment, there is a brief respite of silence as Hit waits to feel even the slightest pulse. Until finally Hit reveals, "Mission accomplished. Target eliminated." And without a word more to be said, or even a sign of care, the strictly professional Hit stands, places his hands in his pockets, and then begins walking away, already thinking of just his next assignment as he says, "Now where is target number 2? Another
two?
time ring abuser no less. These Saiyans just can't behave themselves."
How did we
But as
know that?
Hit walks away, mysteriously on the right hand of Gogito, one of the 4 remaining time rings begins to let off particulate matter, as if weakening by the minute. Suddenly though, as we observe that, something more shocking appears to alarm Hit as his eyes burst open, and for one of the very first times, he loses his cool completely until... "Another time ring user, you say? Tell me
Damn.
more, Hit." As shockingly, Ultra Vegito is revealed to have just been revived once again through sacrifice of his time rings, leaving the stunned Hit to just mutter in disbelief, "Son Goku." But that was it for today's video, guys, and if you made it this far, leave me a hashtag HIT in the comments down below and let me know.
Hashtag hit, guys. Also comment down below what you thought of this part, and can't wait to see more of this and more of ours, of course. Link to his channel will be down below in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sayonara.